Hello and welcome. I am Scrapperlock and this is AO Tennis 2 Career Mode with fictional Italian player Anabella Moncinelli, and she is in the finals of her first ever Tallinn Futures tournament. And this is what sort of like the lowest tier of tournaments. She has mostly defeated unseeded players, although she did defeat the number 3 seed in the very first round. And now she's playing the number 8 seed, Sunny of Great Britain. And her name is Charlie Sunny. And she is about the same as we are, a little bit more power and stamina, a little bit less speed, a weaker forehand and backhand, and just about the same serve. She's a little more fatigued. So by the stats, Anabella should have a pretty darn good chance against the Brit Charlie Sunny. Anabella is going to be wearing her pink outfit today, as she has been through the tournament. Each tournament I'll make up a new outfit or modify one of the older ones as we go through until I'm completely happy with, say, about 8 different outfits. And then we'll just alternate through them as we go through the career. You can make as many as you want. You don't have to do one a tournament. I'm not earning outfits. It's just that I don't have the patience to go through and design. I'm so picky about the way I want it to look that I don't have the patience to go through and design more than one every so often. So we're going to be in the finals here. One of the sort of weird things that I've noticed, we'll see if it's true again here, is that when you look at the crowd in these futures tournaments, usually the stadium is small but not super tiny, but it's usually pretty empty. And that makes sense for the early rounds, but you would think by the final round that should be pretty crowded. But it still seems like it's like half empty, if not more so. So this is Anabella, our character with the pink outfit, coming on the court first. And then we have our opponent, Charlie Sunny, who is going to be the favored to win because she is ranked. She's seeded, whereas Anabella is not. We'll pick tails this time. And that allows us to, what do we choose? Yes, and we will serve, and you know what we're going to do. First point of the match, we're going to serve and volley. We'll alternate, sort of vary it throughout the rest of the match, but the first point of the match, I always serve it out wide and come in for a volley. Just to establish to the opponent, I will be at the net. And you're going to have to watch for me at the net. And I'm going to go in again. She got me there. Oh, no, it went out. She tried to hit it too good of a shot. Now we're going to do a flat serve into the body, just to vary it up. Couldn't get to it. Actually, I was there, but it wouldn't let me pull back for whatever reason. All right, this is short ball, so we're going to take it and run in. Oh, wow. She got us there. That was a nice shot. That makes it 30 all. You know what happens when we're in trouble? We serve volley. Lucky that didn't go out. 40-30. Don't have a sense of her yet. Okay, there's the cross-court bullet, followed by another cross-court bullet, and she deuces it in the first game. So maybe this is going to be a tougher match than we've faced so far. Advantage, Moncinelli. And that is a winner from the net, and Anabella takes the first game, 1-love. A little bit tougher of a service game than I would have liked, but we held well enough. And now Sunny is serving love 1. And she's got quite the bullet there. I thought she was there. I'm not sure why she didn't swing. I feel like either the people on Steam are right and there's some kind of lag, or there's some sort of glitch where it's almost like if you're near the ball, if you're too close to the ball, instead of it just backing you up and letting you go ahead and hit it, it just stands there. And I feel like even when I pull the joystick back to back up so I have room to hit it, it just doesn't let me do it. It's like at a certain point, it just decides it's not going to respond to your input. And it seems to do it to itself, too. And we're going to run in here because we're short. Oh, she got me. Yeah, if I get pulled in, and I used to do this in real life, too. If I get pulled in, I run in. I don't generally back up. And that is a winner. 30 all.
30 all.
So she definitely has the weapons. All of the opponents have so far, right? They can do that bullet, what is it called? Aggressive topspin and flat shot. And you can't touch it. Right, like that. It just depends on whether it does it a lot. Like, if you play against Serena Williams, she does it basically on every shot. If you play against somebody like Sunny, they do it a couple times a game. That sort of thing. There's another one. That's not really aggressive. She just got a really killer angle on it. She's got me on the run. Slow it down a little bit. Try to wrong footer. Now go cross court. Cross court again. She got it. Game Sunny. Yeah, so she's been definitely out ground stroking Anabella. And that's the pattern that I had gotten into in the exhibition matches that I wasn't seeing as much in the Futures tournament here, where I had to keep coming to net because I could not ground stroke against them. They just were beating me on all the rallies. See there, I was pushing the joystick up and Anabella refused to move. I don't know why the computer does that. I don't know if it's a glitch or the computer's like actually cheating to make you lose the point. I just don't know.
30-15.
30-15. Let's serve volley again. Oh, went out. Straight at the body for the second serve. That's a drop shot. Couldn't get in there. Oh. Wow. She just is hitting everything perfectly right now. Yep. Look at that. Is she going to miss anything? Doesn't look like it. And I went out. 30 all.
30 all. Quiet, please.
So you can definitely see she's playing way better than the other opponents, even though her stats don't support the better play. So I don't know if the computer just says, well, this is a higher ranked opponent, I have to make it play better than its stats, or what. That's game Moncinelli, so again, we've had a tough time holding serve, but we have been able to do it. And so far, if we look, right, we have the same number of winners. 5 of 7 at the net, which means 8 winners for her have come from the baseline and only 3 for me. Right, so Sunny is definitely winning the baseline rallies right now. Look at that. Even when it's green, I can't get to it.
15 love.
15 love. Wow, another drop shot. If she just keeps drop shotting me, I will not win the match because I can't tell it's a drop shot. I mean, one way to combat that is to just constantly play the net. can't drop shot somebody at the net. Yep, I stayed there because I figured she was going to go back there, and she didn't. And that's that. 40 love. And she's just crushing me at the baseline.
40 love.
So again, guys, if you were wondering, like, why I haven't moved off semi-pro, because I know the computer can do this to me at on semi-pro. And if this was pro, I would be like, there'd be love 4 right now. Maybe the set be over already. Now, we finally won a baseline rally. 40-15. Now we'll see. Again, there is a pattern with the computer, at least on semi-pro, where it likes it's like super hard, and for 4 or 5 games, and then it just collapses for a while, and then it'll get super hard again. So the pattern seems to be it's just killing you on winners, and you can't beat it at all from the baseline at least, and doing a bunch of passing shots and such for the first 3 or 4 games, and then it falls apart, loses the first set 6-2 or 3, and then you go up 3 or 4 love in the second set, and then all of a sudden it gets hard again. That's sort of the typical, at least in a 2-set match, the typical pattern I've seen. It doesn't do it all the time, and it certainly did not do it the first few rounds of this tournament. But you can see, like, it went up 40 love, and then all of a sudden, now it's mortal, and it's actually not getting to those shots that it was getting to before. And it's not fatigued, so I don't know what's going on. Like, the sort of the layman, if you want to call it that, non-programmer in me, would say that what it looks like to me is that the computer starts at a certain difficulty level, but it's not supposed to beat you too much on semi-pro, so it quote-unquote realizes that it's being a little too hard for semi-pro and eases up. That's kind of what it looks like. How it plays like, whatever you want to call it. Now, some of it's luck, some of it's maybe me not being a spaz, you know, that sort of thing. But it definitely does seem like there are moments when the computer feels like it can do no wrong, and then other moments when it's not like that. She got me. And definitely in real tennis that does happen, where it seems like the one player can just do no wrong for 2 sets, and then all of a sudden they can't do no right for 2 sets, and you know, it does happen. But I feel like it happens a lot more with the computer than you would see happen in real life. See, getting to everything now. See if I can get it on that teleport. Nope, because that was a moon ball. But it went out. 40-15.
40-15.
Try to consolidate this break with a serve volley. And it does it. That does it. So 4-1 now for Mancinelli. So up until what? 2-1, 40, 1-2, 40 love. I could not do anything against Sunny's ground strokes. Now all of a sudden, she seems mortal. Will that continue? I don't know.
First serve.
Oh, by the way, in case you don't know what a let is, I haven't really explained that one. A let. So when you serve, you got to serve into the box over the net. If you hit the net and the ball stays on your side, it doesn't go over the net, it's a fault. 2 faults is a double fault, and you lose the point. It also can't go over the line or outside the box. But if you hit the net with the ball and it bounces over and goes in, if it bounces over and goes out, it's just a fault. But if it bounces over and lands in the proper service box, right, it's called a let. It's basically a do-over, and that's an unforced error. It's basically a do-over because You got your serve into the box, but the trajectory of the ball was altered by touching the net. And as a consequence, they just want you to do it over, but they don't charge you a serve. $30 all.
30 all.
If the ball hits the net and bounces up and like goes out, then it's just a fault. So they used to have a guy where if you see where the ball boys are crouched on the left and right, there used to be a guy up against the net with his ear to the net and his finger on the net to hear and listen for and feel the net cords. And when he felt it, he would yell out, "Let!" And the umpire would say, "First serve." Oh, she's got me. Yeah. Coming into net. Deuce. Then, what they started doing was having something sort of like a stethoscope that the net court judge would listen to. And he would hear it that way. And then they put a sensor on it that would beep. And he would listen to it. And now I think they just have a sensor on it. They were always trying to get the net court judge away from the net. The reason is that if you hit the ball really hard in the wrong way, you can clock them, and they can get hurt. And they did, once in a while, they'd get hit right in the face, right in the head or in the ear or whatever with a really hard ball, especially when you're playing doubles, because that stripe on the side that's out for us in doubles, that doubles alley is in, and so they're right up against the doubles alley, and you could really get hurt. Those balls are coming 100 miles an hour, 90 miles an hour. So they really wanted to, for a long time, wanted to pull them off the net. And now they do actually have sensors that will operate for them. We now have a lot more winners, as you can see. We were behind for a while, but now we're ahead in winners. It's 5-1, so if we win this game, we win the set. So that's called serving for the set. 30-15. She's sending me a lot of moon balls. Wow. 30 all. Well, we're in a little bit of trouble here at 30 all on serve, so you know what we do. Serve volley. Wow, she got that? That's like a Jimmy Connors move. 30-40 break point, right? So now it feels like, okay, the computer's playing her better again. So, I don't know. And there is the break. Oh, no, I thought it was going in. That went out. Deuce. Oh, I let it go too long. Honestly, not a fan of the serve mechanic. The rest of the mechanics are okay, but I'm not a fan of the way they do serves in this game. They always go back to that corner first, instead of going to the open court. Advantage. Sunny, break point. Trying to stay in the set. Deuce. So Anabella, again, when she's in trouble, we send her to the net.
Advantage. Quiet, please.
Oh, back to deuce. Yeah, one of the things I've learned to do when I serve at the body and run in is kind of stop at the service line, because it always seems to lob that return. Moonball it, Advantage Montanelli. Set point number 2. And that is the first set. Game in first set, Montanelli. 6-1. So, hang on. We didn't look at the stats. If we look at the stats, what's going on here? It's pretty darn close. Sunny's got a better first serve percentage and a slightly faster serve. 18 winners to 25, 7 unforced errors to 3. The stats aren't bad. You notice we're up by 11 extra points. Those are the points at the net. If it hadn't been for the net play, we'd be dead even, and it would be like 4 games all. So, Anabella is now 1 set away from winning her first tournament, although you really don't want to think like that, because that's how you end up... Got her. That's how you end up losing a match, because you get overconfident. The other player comes back. You don't want to let them back in. First thing you want to do here, if you win a set like that, nice and easy, first thing you want to do is come in and break serve. Right? You don't have to, right? Of course, you can stay on serve and win in a tiebreak, but the first thing I would try to do, and I always would say to my friend John, let's break serve again right now. Right? Let's go up the break right at the beginning and just drive that nail into the coffin a little further. Make sure they don't get any momentum back. Now she got me. 15-30.
15-30.
Wow. 30 all. So, I mean, I would say, if you go back and watch the first few games, she was hitting laser beams like that constantly. And now she's only doing it occasionally. Right? Instead, she's giving me easy shots. Right? And allowing me to do that. Which was not happening in the first, say, 3 games up until... Then the 4th game of the match, it turned around when she was up 40-love and I went and broke serve. Right, it was 2-1. She was up 40-love. I thought, okay, she's just crushing me on the baseline. I'm going to have to become pure serve and volleyer. And I haven't had to do that because she hasn't been hitting the laser beams as much, the bullets. She got me. Deuce. Still like to break serve here. You can see she ran me around more than I ran her around by a few yards. I need to slice more. And that's out. Advantage Mancinelli, break point number 2. And she's getting tired now, Sunny. That is a missed first serve, wide up the tee. Just going to slice it a little bit and see what she makes of it. And that's out. And that's probably from being tired. So we did break serve. Mancinelli breaks to go up 1-love, and that's what I like to see. We take the lead in the first set. Go ahead and serve and volley. 15-love. Let's go up the tee. Okay, she's going to hit it short. I'm going to come in. Jeez. And she went out again. 40-love. And that's game. Mancinelli. So we've consolidated the break. 2-love. So we've now placed Sunny in the position that she has to break serve or she's out of the match. And that's why you try to get that early first game break. If you can, of course, obviously you can't just decide to do it. Oh, she's got me at the net again. Oh no. I thought she had me. Because I had already decided to go cross court when I saw her coming in. But she was looking up the line, I guess. Or didn't expect quite the angle. I say quote unquote expect. This computer just predicting where to go. Right? It's obviously not a person. I anthropomorphize it a little bit, but it's just a computer algorithm, right, guys? Nice drop shot.
15 all.
The computer's a little silly. Drop shots are great and all, but from the positions it hits a drop shot, occasionally those would dump into the net because they're really hard to hit from back there. I'll run in. Got her. 15 all. Or sorry, 15-30.
15
It was 15 all. Ugh.
30
I
all.
still don't know why it sometimes just nets it. I know it was orange, it wasn't a green shot, but I've had lots of red shots go over the net, so I don't know. Oh, I am lucky I didn't push that one long. 30-40 break point. If we get this break, that pretty much buries her for the match. That's not impossible to come back, but unless you're Jimmy Connors, it's going to be pretty darn hard. And that's the break. So we're up 3 games to love in the final against Charlie Sunny, the number 8 seed. I've often thought in tennis that rather than just... Oh, that came over. Did that go in?
15 love. Thank you.
Didn't. I've always thought, in chess, I played chess competitively, as if I wasn't enough of a nerd, when I was in high school.
30 love.
And in chess, what they do is part of the ranking you get is based on how high a ranked player you beat. So in other words, if you go into the first round of Wimbledon and you beat Boris Becker when he's the number 1 player in the world, you're going to get a lot more ranking points than if you go into Wimbledon and in the first round you beat somebody who's got no ranking at all, right? Is not seeded or not ranked. And sorry, I'm distracted by watching what the heck's going on. Yeah, so I've often thought, in addition to, I feel like getting to the 4th round against nobodies is not as good as beating Martina Navratilova at Wimbledon when she's number 1 in the first round, right? Whatever you do later in the tournament, if you can beat her, right, you're pretty awesome, and you did really well in that tournament. So they don't actually do that. They don't measure anything like that. It's just how far you progressed in the tournament. Nope. She has to hold serve here. If she doesn't, then I'm serving for the match. So Sunny's got to hold serve. So we'll see how clutch the computer decides to be. It's pretty clutch so far, but we'll see. Out. So that's not so clutch.
15 all.
15 all. How's her energy looking? Her energy's looking just as good as Anabella's. It likes to just keep hitting into that corner, doesn't it? I think it likes, because it's backhand, I think it's trying to hit to my backhand. But it's not doing you any good, because Anabella's got a good backhand. Especially her slice. Did I catch her? No, I went out with it. I didn't need to push it that close.
30-15.
30-15. So I made 5 unforced errors, and it's not a lot for a 2-set match. Right, we don't need to go that close to the line, Anabella. There we go. 30 all. So again, the way that looks, it almost looks like she's had 3 more seconds than I have, which is absurd because it's net play. You don't, I don't know, that time pressure thing doesn't make a lot of sense. Yeah, when you're at the net, you don't have a lot of time for the ball to come to you, but you're doing that on purpose, right? You're not being run all over the court. You're actually taking the ball early and finishing it a lot of times. And the other person doesn't have any time at all because the ball spends no time on your side of the net and spends all its time on their side of the net. And that is a clutch game for her. You can see that she was just basically unbeatable on most of those points. So it's 4-1. She's not going down in double bagels or anything like that the way some of the other players have.
15 love.
And she got me there. 15 all.
15 all.
Wow. And that's, I thought that was going to go out. Yeah, she got me. Oh, whoa, whoa. I thought she had that line.
15.
She should challenge that. 14th unforced error. 30-15. Let's serve and volley. And that one out. 30 all.
30 all.
And now it's match. No, it's not. It's only 4-1. 40-30. Thought it was match point there. Got ahead of ourselves. Don't want to do that. That should be okay. Let's run in. And that is game Mancinelli. She's up 5-1 now. And now Sunny cannot afford to lose any game at all. If she doesn't hold, hold, and break, she's out of the tournament. And the final is over. I'm going to try to break serve right here, certainly. I don't know if it's going to let me. Probably not. And that's that. 15 love.
15 love.
We want to break serve, but there is no reason for Anabella to run herself ragged in this game. It's Sunny who has to run herself ragged because if she doesn't win enough points in every game, she's out, right? She's got to win 2 points more than I do in every single game for the next like 4 games in a row. 30-15.
30-15.
That was a super killer angle. We don't want short points. She's tiring, so I want long points, if possible. I mean, what I'd like to do is run in and get it at the net, but if I can't do that, I want long points. Now we're going to run in. And that wins it, 30 all.
30 all. Thank you.
Do some slice, throw the pace off. Oof. What happened? Again, she was right there. Why didn't she swing? If anybody knows, tell me in the comments why it does that. Because it does it to me and it does it to itself. It's match point. Championship point, in fact. If Anabella wins this next point, she wins the tournament. Got it, but no. And it went out. And that is the tournament. Mancinelli wins the tournament. Never dropping a set. Never coming close to dropping a set. 21 of 29 at the net. 43 winners to 28. 16 unforced errors for Sunny versus 7. How did I do on mixing up? Not too bad mixing up the serve. It didn't go up the tee enough, but it wasn't horrible. Where did we hit our rallies from? A lot inside. Not too many deep. We had a few. And off we go. So this is going to get us some points. It's going to get us XP points. It's going to get us ranking points. We'll suddenly become ranked. And it's going to get us some money.
Your first tournament win. Let's remember this moment. I always knew you had it in you. I'm so proud of you. So, where to from here?
And so that's a little cutscene. That's nice. Are we going to level up? I don't think so. I'm not sure. Oh, maybe. Oh, we're just so close, but not quite. There's our next little thing. So the summary here will tell us. Go away. We're ranked 896 in the world, guys. We're on our way to number 1. Look how close we are. 12 ranking points, $2,000 earned. And so we're now 890th in the world. Right? If we take a look, we have 12 ranking points. Lots of people do, but we're way above the people who just have 1. We don't have any attribute points. We can buy some skills, but it's not worth it. We can only get like 3 points. What about down here? Drop volley. We could get a few with the lob. Let's move the lob up to 35 for now, and we'll leave the rest of the money. So we're going to do some training. The way I have this scheduled, we're going to play. Okay, so the way I have this scheduled, we're going to train. We're going to hit. We might need to rest here. We'll see. We're going to hit the futures in Oslo. No travel fatigue. Train and rest. And then we're going to go to Bordeaux, France to play in the Center Court Cures. And that's unlocking another style. And we'll get XP and stuff for that. However, I will say this: if it turns into a 5-set, if it's a 5-setter, I'm going to just simulate it because I'm not playing 5 sets anymore. Then we'll rest. Then we have the futures in Bulgaria, a rest week, and then we'll probably train over here. And then we have a Japanese elegant style. We might want to try that one. And then rest. And then train. And maybe play on clay. I don't know. We'll see. I'll line that up for now, but you can always change it. So I'm going to work on the training and everything, and I'll bring you guys back. Well, yeah, I'll bring you guys back when we start our next tournament, and I'll show you what I've done with Anabella stats and everything there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. That's our first successful tournament. I'm also probably going to switch it to pro and see how I do. We'll just see. We'll try a tournament pro, and if we get whapped, we'll go back to semi-pro. Until next time, guys, I am Scrapper Lock, and this has been AO Tennis 2 Career Mode with Anabella Moncinelli, the fictional Italian female tennis player.